Welcome back for our final installment of this series on trebuchet design. Today, we'll be taking the almost completely assembled trebuchet, attaching the sling to it, filling it with some counterweights, and then using it to launch this little bouncy ball all the way across the room at Evan back there. First things first, though, we gotta get the sling prepared. Now, these slings are one of the other parts that comes in the kit. These are nice laser-cut leather slings. And we are also including some, it's maybe a little bit hard to see, this is a thread that we're including with it. Now, what we want to do is we're going to use the thread to tie off one end of the sling. And the way we have to do this is we want to take these two little flaps here and put them on top of each other like that. Now, it's important, if you look from this side, you see how we're putting the flaps on top of each other like this? We don't want to pinch them like that. If you pinch them like that, it doesn't work very well. Instead, what we want to do is take them and lay one flat end on top of the flat end so that they're held like this. Let's see if we can see that a little bit better there. Alright, once you have it like this, we're going to take the thread, thread it through both of these holes here, grab it from the other side. We've got the sling on the thread, and we're going to tie off the thread in order to keep the sling nice and stationary at the end of our string. We'll double knot this guy, keep him nice and tight. Alright, you see here we've got the sling on one end of the string, and now we're going to take the second string. This is a different string than the first one. We don't want to tie the same string on twice, but we're going to take the second string, and we're going to do the same with the other end of the sling. We're going to form a nice little patch. We have to line these guys up. Remember, you want to line them up like that, not like this. This is bad. That doesn't work very well. I want to line them up like this. Okay. And then we take the other end of a different piece of string, okay, and we put it through both holes. Once we get it through both holes, we take it, and we're going to tie it off here, just like we did the last one. And now, we have a sling on two different pieces of string. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the design of this sling. This is based on actual medieval designs. The way this works is that it forms a nice little cup when you tie those ends together. And the cup allows it to hold the projectile, and then when the string tightens up, it opens up and releases the projectile. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to attach the sling to our trebuchet. The way we want to do this, if you notice up here at the arm, there's a series of two very tiny slits here. Those slits are friction fittings for the string. What we do is we take one of the strings of the sling. Okay. We're going to want to, when you do this, you want the sling to rest, to lie down about even with the main axle here. And so we mark off here on the top where the string comes around, and just at the top here, we're going to take this string and we're going to wrap it around a couple times around the top arm of the trebuchet, top of the main arm of the trebuchet. We'll get it nice and tight in there, and you can really, you can yank on it a little bit to get it in those. And now, we've got the sling attached to the trebuchet, and you see, it's not going anywhere. This is also nice because this makes it really easy to adjust the length of the sling in case you want to try out something different. Try out a shorter sling, a longer sling, see how it works. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we have to attach the other end of the sling. Okay. We have to attach the other end of the sling to this little washer pin. Let me adjust the focus here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so up here, Okay, this is the this is the washer at the end of the sling. And you see that there's a little slit. Let me see if I can show you guys here. There's a little slit in the end. And we're going to use that. There it is. That's a friction fit for the string, just like the cuts in the end of the arm. Let's get back in focus. And now, we're going to take the washer and fit it to the other end of the string. When we do this, it's important that we want the sling, when it's down here, we want the sling to end up about horizontal, right? It's important for the efficiency of the trebuchet that both ends of the sling be about the same length. The sling is like this, a nice little cup there, that's good. If it's tilted too much in one direction or another, let's see if we can. It's very light, so it bounces around a lot. If it's tilted like that when it hangs down, then that's not very good. And if it's too low on one side like that, that's not very good either. What we really want is this nice even height there on both ends of the sling. So what we do is we're going to find that even height. When we find the even height, we're going to pinch the end of the string right up here by the top of the arm, where that height is. Take the washer with the slit in it, run that through the part of the string where we've pinched, and now we're going to take the free part of the string and just wrap it around this washer a couple times, getting it into the friction fit. Okay, and now we have our washer on the end of our sling, and nothing's going anywhere. I'm going to take a moment. There's a fair bit of string left over here, so I'm going to take a moment and actually trim these off to make this just look a little bit nicer. Got a handy-dandy X-Acto knife. Help me out. Trim it on both ends, by the arm and by the sling.